Hi, I'm Jennifer Harrison, and I'm here with Lisa Schermerhorn in Vermont. And she just is a best-selling author. Every Belief is a Lie, and she just recently finished a movie called Zero Limits, which is very exciting, and I'm here to talk to her about it.
Yeah.
So tell us, Lisa.
Thank you so much for being here. We actually filmed part of the movie here.
Yeah.
It was a really cool story about how it happened because 25 years ago, I didn't even want to be here anymore. Like, I was suicidal. The idea of, becoming a best-selling author and being in a movie was just like a pipe dream. Thought that was for other people. And I got involved in a group called the Ho'oponopono group, which was all about forgiveness, after I read Dr. Joe Vitale's book, Zero Limits.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Vitale talks about in his book how there was this man, Dr. Hugh Lin, who lived in Hawaii, and he worked at a prison and there was a section for the criminally insane. He was asked to come work for them because they were afraid they would lose federal funding. They couldn't get anyone to work there. The energy was just awful. And he said, I don't work individually with my patients. I pray over their files. So the people at the prison thought he was nuts. So they said, forget it. The prison was closer to losing their federal funding. They were desperate, so they hired him. And over a very short period of time, that whole section for the criminally insane, either those people were funneled back into the regular prison population or off to the mental health facilities. And people were astonished. And Dr. Joe Vitale wrote a book about it. And then I was invited to be in a group. And I started out, I had a stack of index cards with people's names on it about that thick, of people and circumstances that I needed to forgive. And I'd been trying to write a book for 15 years and nothing was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing this prayer, and it's, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And people would say, well, why do I have to say I'm sorry to someone who perpetrated me? And it's really not about that. It's at a soul level that you're doing this forgiveness work. And it was so profound, it changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
And as I started meeting with this group, miracles were happening to the individuals in the group. So much so, there was a woman who's in her 80s. And she loved chocolate, and people were leaving chocolate on her front door.
Oh, that's so cute.
She was manifesting chocolate.
That's so cute.
But
those are powerful words.
They are.
They really are. Even when you say, forgive me, I'm sorry, those are powerful words. And I remember breaking down crying because of, when people have violated you and you feel like you've been hurt in your life. Those words are so powerful and healing.
Yes.
In the spirit. It really has helped me.
And when you carry on, when
I believe in it.
Yeah. When you hold on to resentment, it's like swallowing a poison pill, expecting the other person to die.
It's true.
It's not about what the other person did is okay.
Ooh.
It's about
swallowing poison,
expecting the other person
to bleh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by releasing it, letting go, it's for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's for you to let go. And I decided that I was going to let go of some pretty big things that had happened to me in my life. And 3 months after I started this group, I got a phone call from someone who I hadn't spoken to in 14 years. And I was driving and the phone rang, and this person said, I noticed things have changed between the two of us. And I thought, what? And they said, I want you back in my life. I want to see how we can make that happen. And I thought to myself, nothing had changed except the prayer. And I don't have to want to be around this person anymore. What I found was I am not triggered by them anymore. And that changed my perspective on everything. Oh, we have a hummingbird here. And so that was really powerful. And then I had some more things happen. And after that interaction, the title of my book, In Every Belief is a Lie, came to me.
Yep, I remember.
And then the information just came pouring out of me. And I thought, this is insane. And then a week later, I had the book up on Amazon and it became a bestseller.
It's unbelievable.
It was really
and it's
profound.
incredible how it's like a domino effect when you put stuff out, and then it just creates like a domino of positivity, which is really nice.
No, it is. And so
Hummingbird.
I know there's this hummingbird that keeps coming around us, which is very cool. I encourage people to watch this movie Zero Limits, because there are stories that are going to resonate with you and stories that aren't, because everyone's story is different and everyone has different experiences. But the thing I invite people to take away is the power of forgiveness and the power of love, because they're one and the same. And when you can get yourself to this place of love and forgiveness, your life will change in ways that you could never imagine. And, you know, I know you have witnessed so much of what's gone on in my life over the past several years.
I have.
And we've been witnesses to each other, and I'm so grateful to have you on this journey with me.
Aw, thank you,
And
sweetie. I love you.
and I love you
I'm a
too.
big believer, because, people think, some people that just don't understand it can maybe look at it like you're a little off the wall,
Right.
a little, jingle, jingle. But, yeah, so it's refreshing to meet people and see how you've grown, to
Yeah.
meet people that are in that world. But, that's just how I feel. I love you. And I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you, and where you've blossomed. You're like a lotus. You're like a lotus. Lisa's blossomed. And it's so wonderful to see that. And I'm so proud of her. But Zero Limits is a powerful film. It really is.
And Dr. Vitale talks about in the film how, and he doesn't go into a lot of detail, but you see how he plays saxophone. He's working on getting his black belt in his mixed martial arts. He's 71 years old. His goal is to have his black belt, but I think 74, he said.
Oh, that's young.
And the thing is that people have to understand, we do have zero limits, and miracles do happen. And I'm watching things happen in my life over and over again. And when I get triggered by someone or something, I thank it now. And I'm like, what is it in me that I need to release? What is it in me that I need to heal so that I don't have that trigger anymore?
Yeah.
And that is something that is really important for people to understand, that the world is a mirror for all of us.
I was just talking about that today.
Yeah.
I was just driving up the hill, and I met this artist that you're going to love. And she's standing outside, and I had never met her before. And we were talking about angels and how we are theater for the angels. They're watching everything that we're doing.
Yes.
Laughing. They're laughing.
Well, they're also supporting us.
And they're supporting
Yeah.
us. And they're telling us what to do and where to go.
Yeah. They put
Through
things.
people.
Yeah, they put people in circumstances,
It's
and then
true.
we have the opportunity to either listen or not listen.
Exactly.
And then they have to work really hard to put another situation in
Yeah.
front of us. That's my belief anyway.
I feel it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to hear it, but I feel it.
So, no,
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. And
Yeah.
and I invite people to really go inward, and what is it that you really need to clear? Because the Ho'oponopono is a powerful tool to help you clear and change your life. And don't worry about what the other people think, because here was the cool part. That person who called me didn't even know I forgave them. I never had to hear I'm sorry from them, because by the time I cleared it, I didn't care. And how many times
Isn't that
do you have
wonderful?
people say, I forgave them? I'm
Yeah.
like, if you're still triggered by them, you haven't forgiven them. And it's
Yeah.
really important for people to understand when they have actually forgiven that person,
Yeah.
because just saying the words is not enough. You have to feel it in
You have
your
to feel
heart.
it in your heart. It's true. It's true. And also the way you say, I forgave them, but there's three ways of saying it. I forgave them, or I forgave them, or I forgave them. But you want to hear, I forgave them.
Yes. And that you don't feel anything
Yeah.
anymore. There's
Yeah.
no more trigger. And it's the
So healing.
easiest, most difficult thing you'll ever do in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when people are hung on to. There are people who've done some really horrible things to others. And I've always been amazed when I see people in the courtroom And you'll see
Yeah.
the victims where someone has murdered their sister, their wife, their husband, whatever, and they'll go up to the perpetrator and say, I forgive you. And people are always so shocked.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Because you don't want to carry that kind of pain around.
It's like a brick.
It is a brick.
It's like carrying a brick in your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say it's like a backpack full of bowling balls. Put it down.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not going to grieve.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that everything is perfect in your life. It's just, I don't want to carry that anymore.
It's like when you're dating, you don't want to carry anyone with baggage. So maybe everybody that has baggage, go see Lisa.
I'll be working a lot. More than I am now. Yes, I do help people put their baggage down and get rid of, because I had to.
Drop the rocks.
Yes. And because I know how hard it is.
Oh my God, that's the title of your next book. Drop the rocks.
Actually, I'm writing a book right now about quantum healing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so about quantum and how that works, and that's a really interesting topic.
Well, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I love Zero Limits.
Yeah.
And, you know, big believer. And I really loved everyone in that film. And I loved Barry. I loved the way that you guys were connected in the film. And the one woman talking about the child inside. Always care about the child inside.
Yes.
I'm a big believer in that. And nurture that child inside, because that child's been hurt.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been hurt as children.
Most people
and
don't.
Forgiving is important.
Yeah, most people don't realize that the world is run by 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 15-year-olds, because when we have wounds and the people end up in positions of power, and then it's that wounded child that's making all the decisions.
Yes.
They're choosing their spouses, their relationships, you know, all aspects of their life. And I always say, do you want your adult to make that decision, or do you want your 5-year-old to choose your next mate? Because that's not pretty.
No, it's not. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, yes, we have to connect. Well, whatever. I have to tell you, love you. And I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much for doing this. And you know, Jennifer was amazing on the red carpet when we worked so hard on the premiere here in Vermont at the Big Picture, and Lawson's was fun. We had Shrimp Tunes there doing a pre-celebration. He's such a great musician.
Yeah, he's very sweet.
The whole community came together, and I feel very blessed and proud to be part of Waitsfield and the Mad River Valley, and how many people came out. It was really a special day.
It's a special little jewel, this little town. It really is.
It is beautiful here. And
Everyone's
I was
very
like,
friendly
I get to live where other people vacation. How cool is that?
I know. It's so fun to see the people from out of town. You always know.
Yes.
It's like, I always say, where are you from? Because I've never seen you before.
Yes. But that's how I ended up here full time.
Yeah.
I was one of those.
Yeah.
I was one of those Jersey girls.
That's so cute.
But came by way of Massachusetts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, I just followed a man.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big deal.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. I'm so happy to be here with you at your beautiful home. I'm going to pan this around to show you what we're looking at. Watch this. Watch this. That is really, really, really spectacular.
Oh, thank you. This is a really special place for me.
Do you have any, let me see if I can get you in here.
Oh, I'm here.
Let me see if I can get you in here, like right here. If you want to say something.
I just want people to know that whatever you want to achieve in your life, it's possible. Again, when I said 25 years ago, I didn't want to be here anymore, I didn't. I worked my butt off to get where I am. And was there some luck? Yes, but there was a lot of hard work, and it is possible to release all the things that are in your way. It is possible You just have to make the steps and be willing to make those changes in your life. And once you let go of these things that you have allowed to define you, especially when people hold on to being a victim. I was a really good victim. I was so good at being a victim that I didn't budge for years. Nothing in my life changed till I finally had to let go of it. And once you let go of being a victim and take responsibility for your own life, that's when the magic happens. So I invite you to look at this forgiveness work, look into the Ho'oponopono, and allow it to really make some major changes in your life.
Okay, okay, this is the ending, which I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave, but Lisa's like so busy with what's going on because she's like a superstar
I
that
don't know
she's going to
about
be doing a Zoom meeting now,
Yeah.
and I want to get on that, and with the quantum healing, which is so wonderful that you're doing that.
Yeah,
Quantum healing. Talk about your quantum healing.
The quantum healing work has been so fascinating. As being a healer for many years, and I'm a hypnotherapist and energy medicine specialist, but the quantum healing started happening. If for people understand, it's like a Reiki. If people don't understand what that is, there was a doctor out of Japan who could say prayers. He did this experiment where they would have people take vials of water and they would say a prayer, or like I love you or I hate you to each one, and then he would freeze the water and slice it and look at it under electron microscope. And the difference between all of the different slides that he had of all the different shapes that he had were incredible.
Yeah.
Because when people said things that were loving, the shapes were magnificent, and then the shapes that were you fool or I hate you were all distorted.
Yeah.
So when I work with people, I'm sending love and I'm raising the frequency and vibration so that people can heal, because we all have the ability to heal ourselves. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because what I started doing was I wanted to document how people heal. And one of the things that people use of many different things is something called dark field microscope or dark field microscopy. It's also referred to as live blood analysis. So there was no one in Vermont that I could find who did that. So I found someone in Florida, and she knew someone who did the live blood analysis. She had been very sick. We went and had her blood examined, and it was very sticky and stacked together. And then we did the healing that night, and she went back and had her blood checked after the healing, and it was completely changed.
That's incredible.
It had normalized.
That's
so
incredible.
Then she had asked me if I would work with someone who was a first responder who was very sick and exhibited symptoms of MS. He had collapsed on the floor in his kitchen for 11 hours, unable to move. What happened then was when I do this healing, I close my eyes and I visualize the people in front of me, and I see guides, I see angels, and oftentimes Jesus will show up. And this is not a religious thing. It's just, as a guide and a healer, he shows up in my healings. And I saw water flowing through this gentleman, but the water wasn't moving. It was stuck in his abdomen. So I was in my mind's eye trying to push the water through to clear him. And then when Jesus showed up, he was helping me push the water through. Then once it was clear, I never said anything to my client. And when we rechecked after the healing, we had his blood checked. His blood looked normal. And he said to me, you know, there's something I didn't tell you. 2 days after the healing I had, I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning, vomiting profuse amounts of clear water. I have no idea where the water came from. He said, I didn't have any water before I went to bed.
Amazing.
Nothing in the middle of the night. I've never had that much water in one sitting.
Oh my gosh.
And then I told him about the vision that I had of water running through him. And he said, how interesting, because during the healing, I kept visualizing murky water turning clear. Yeah. And I've done work with people at a distance in groups, many of them, and these are physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual changes and shifts. So I ask people to focus on one thing that they want to change in their life, and then we focus on that, and then when that's clear, we do another one. So I work with another healer once a month. We do a quantum healing then, or people can work with me individually.
Yeah.
But the blood work was really powerful for me because everything's anecdotal, right? Especially with energy medicine, people don't really feel it's tangible, and I wanted to make it tangible. And that's zero limits.
Yeah.
That's quantum. It's your thought creating your reality.
Yeah.
So by forgiving and letting go, you're actually changing your own physical body structure as well.
And words are powerful. Words you can carry for your entire life.
Yes.
When someone puts you down, it's like every time someone puts you down, you get like this and like this and like this, and you just feel so heavy inside. And it's really hard that there's some grown-ups that are carrying that stuff until they let it go.
Right.
They have to be able to let it go.
Because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
And if you're...
I'm sorry, but even with children, it's funny because adults remember what happened to them as a child. And sometimes with sisters or brothers, they were treated badly when they were young. And they're like 50, 60, 70 years old. It's like, oh, I remember when you did that to me. And they don't let it go. And it's like, let it go. I'm a grown-up now, or they're grown-ups now.
Yes, yeah. I had
so
my
funny.
sister say to me when we turned 50 that she's like, "You didn't share your clothes with me in high school."
Yeah, they don't.
And I was like,
That's
really?
so funny. That's what she remembers. But they have to learn at an early age to communicate, to open communication. Emotional intelligence is very important to teach to children.
Exactly.
That's
Because
very
what she
important.
didn't understand was I
That's
was
funny.
working, paying for my clothes, so I didn't want to share them because I had worked so hard to buy them.
Yes, exactly. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. But yeah, they hold on. They hold on. But you just gotta let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
And move
It's
on.
not important.
But the prayer is important.
The prayer.
Prayer is so important.
Yeah.
It really is.
I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
Yes.
And it was interesting because for those people who are familiar with Carolyn Mace, she's written many books. She's a very spiritual, mystical woman. I've followed her for many years. She was doing an event, and there was a woman who came up to her, and she said, "I want you to know that prayer saved my life." And so Carolyn said, "In what way?" This woman said, "I was in a car accident, and when there's a lineup of cars and people are cursing out the traffic because they don't know what's happening ahead." So she kept hearing, like she was hovering above the car. She had gone to the other side, this woman in the car accident.
Oh, wow.
She had passed. And she heard this one woman behind her praying for her to be healthy and whole and that everything be okay. And she said that woman's prayer made her want to come back. And she came back into her body. She remembered the license plate, and she contacted the woman later on, found her and said, "I want you to know you saved my life."
Wow.
She said, I decided that I wanted to stay. And so she came back into her body.
Oh, that's so
Isn't
beautiful.
that wild? That is the power of prayer.
That's so beautiful. Yeah, prayer is powerful. It really is. It really is.
So the Ho'oponopono. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And you can do that prayer at night before you go to bed. Take a stack of index cards, write people's names down on each card, and focus on one at a time. And then when you're no longer triggered by them at all, you can tear the card up.
Yeah.
Right? But if then something happens with that person, just keep saying it until you don't feel anything anymore. The idea is to be to neutral. Because when you're triggered, it's a younger part of you that's reacting. It's a wounded part. Once that's healed, it's not going to bother you anymore. And that will also help you with politics. People get so worked up about things that are completely out of their control. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't get involved in whatever your view is. That's important. But there are people who are up all night and you know, really,
I don't know who that is.
yeah, worrying about things that they don't have control
Yeah.
of.
It's true.
So
You
think
can't-
about the things that you do have control of and put your energy into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't get too caught up in politics. It's not healthy.
No.
But I mean, if you are a good person, go out there and fight.
Yes.
Right? If you're a good
Exactly.
person.
I'm just saying, when the
Go
things
out and
go on
fight.
in the world and people wrap their,
Yeah.
you know, they spin and they spin, and then there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. And with politics, it's hard to bring spirituality and politics together. But I really enjoyed Marianne Williamson jumping into the ring, because I followed her for so long.
Yeah.
And she's so powerful. And when she jumped into the ring, I'm saying, oh no. But,
Yeah. No,
but I'm glad she opened the eyes of so many people.
she did,
world,
but
the whole
I
world.
think, yeah, that was a tough transition, going from
Yeah.
spirituality, because
Very tough.
I was a big fan of the work that she was doing before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So
Okay, so thank you so much,
Yeah.
Lisa Schermerhorn. I am so proud of her. She's in Zero Limits, the movie, and you can find it. Where can you find Zero Limits?
So Zero Limits, thank you for that. Zero Limits will be available September 25th on Amazon and on Apple TV. It'll be streaming. And then until then, you can go on zerolimitsmovie.com, and there are other premieres going on around the world. I'm actually going to Prague in September.
Sounds fabulous.
For one of the premieres, and then Spain for the movie producers are going to a film festival. So
That's so
cool.
fantastic.
I've never been to anything like that.
That's so fantastic.
Yeah.
And then her book, In
Yes.
Every Belief is a Lie.
Yeah.
You can find that on Amazon.
Yes.
And I've read it, I don't know, hundreds of times, and I love it.
And there's a audiobook now, so it's available in
Yeah.
soft cover, Kindle, and audio
With your voice.
with my voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much. We're going to say adios
Adios.
and thank you.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie.